Now let's see about Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law, suppose if you take a conductor having length L and area of cross section A, and they apply some potential difference across the conductor, how much current is flowing through that? That they give current I is proportional to potential difference across the conductor. So what Ohm's law define? Current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to potential difference across the conductor. To remove this proportionality, there is a constant G, conductance, and G is a reciprocal of resistance. That's why you can write I is equal to V by R. In place of G, you can write 1 by R. So V is equal to IR. This is Ohm's formula. And resistance directly proportional to length of the conductor, more length, more resistance, and inversely proportional to area. To remove this proportionality, they use a constant called resistivity L by A. That is rho L by. If it is a circular conductor, then what you can write pi R square we can write. So what is the resistance formula? R is equal to rho L by A. And if you want conductivity, reciprocal of resistivity is called conductivity, 1 by rho we can write here. This is about Ohm's law and resistance. Now let's see about a series combination of two resistors. Suppose resistors are there and resistance value R1 and R2. Those two are connected with a battery which is having potential V. This potential divide for R1 and R2 as V1 and V2. So in series combination, potential is divided. So V is equal to V1 plus V2. And from this, what you can write? Total potential is, according to Ohm's law, V is equal to IR now. From that V, you can write total current I into total resistance R series is equal to current into resistance. First one, V1 is equal to I R1. Second, V2 is equal to I R2 plus I R2. Why? Because whatever the current is flowing through the battery, that flows through R1, and that only same amount only is flowing through R2. So single current is the same current is there. In series, current is same, potential is divided between the resistors. So what do you say? R series is equal to R1 plus R2, you can write. Two resistors in series, then resultant resistance is R1 plus R2. Now let's see about parallel combination of two resistors. Two resistors are connected in parallel, R1 and R2. These two are connected with a source, cell, or you can take a battery, potential V. And when battery is connected parallel to this, whenever two are parallel, then potential is same. Here potential is V, here also potential is V only. Potential difference is V, that is same as V. Why? Because you see this potential, this battery potential is V, which is parallel with this. In parallel combination, you can take any number of this type of components, all are having same potential. So here potential is same. What about current? Current flowing through this is I, and I will be split into two parts as I1 and I2. So here total current we can write I is equal to I1 plus I2. Potential is same, so current how you can write? Total potential by total resistance. This is a parallel combination, that's why RP you can write. Is equal to for first resistor, and what is the current flowing through the first resistor? Potential by resistance R1. For the second one, potential by resistance R2. V is same, total potential across R1, potential across R2, all are same. So take that common and cancel. 1 by R parallel is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 we can write. This is a parallel combination of two resistors. Now how current divided here, and there in series combination how potential divided, that we'll see now. Suppose you see here, what is the potential V1? And V is equal to IR1. If R is more, potential also more. So what do you say? V is proportional to R in series combination, because current is constant in series combination. Current constant, so V is proportional to R. What do you say? V1 is equal to R1 by R1 plus R2 into total potential we can use. Suppose if you want V2, that you can write R2 into total potential by total resistance. Like this we can calculate individual potentials across R1 and R2 in series combination. In parallel combination, how to calculate current, how current is divided, that we'll see now. In parallel combination, here potential is same, all are having same potential. V is equal to IR. When V is constant, we can say I is proportional to 1 by R. There V is proportional to R. V is proportional to R. What you get, you see here, V is proportional to R. That's why V1 is equal to that resistance R1 by total resistance into total potential. V2 is equal to that resistance, that is R2 resistance into total potential by total resistance. But here inversely proportional. Current in parallel combination, current is inversely proportional to R. That's why current through first resistance is equal to R2 by R1 plus R2 into total current. Suppose if you want I2, that is R1 by R1 plus R2 into total current. Like this, current is divided in parallel combination, their potential divided. Now we'll see another concept, that is Kirchhoff's current law. Scientist named Kirchhoff's current law explains, suppose number of branches are there, number of wires are connected at a particular point. This is what we call junction point or node. Some current enter into that, I1 and I2 enters, I3 leaves and I4 also leaves and I5 enters. Then according to Kirchhoff's current law, what he gave means total amount of current flowing through a junction is 0. Take that which are taking current inward, that is positive, I1 plus I2 also inward, I2, and which are taking outside, minus I3 going outside, I4 also going outside, I4, and I5 entering into that, that is I5. This all is equal to 0. Sum of all these currents is equal to 0. Otherwise you can take going outward is positive and taking in going inward is negative. But even though you get same equation only, just to get minus common. This is Kirchhoff's current law. Sum of the currents meeting at a particular point, junction or a node, that is equal to 0. This only how they define algebraic sum of the currents is equal to 0. Why they mention algebraic? And the going into the junction, and you can take positive, going out of the junction take negative. That's why they mention algebraic sum. Now we'll see another law. This is Kirchhoff's current law. Now we'll see another law. It is Kirchhoff's voltage law. Kirchhoff's voltage law. Kirchhoff's voltage law explain about a potential. Suppose you can take a circuit. Suppose for example, with the help of one circuit, I will explain this. There is a potential cell. Sometimes potential they represent with E. E represent EMF, electromotive force. Two cells are there. Their potentials are E1 and E2. Resistance is there, R1 and R2 resistor and R3 resistor is there. Suppose think that due to these cells, some current is set is here I1 and here current is I2. Here current is I3. Actually, in a single loop, only one current is flowing. But to explain this KVL, I took here different currents and different directions I took. Actually, same current is flowing throughout the loop. So only one loop now, you get a single current. So that is same everywhere. But only purposely I took like this. Here current going like this. Here current like this. I3, here I2, here I1. So according to Kirchhoff's voltage law, the total EMFs in a loop is equal to 0. That means total potential sigma EMF plus sigma potential across resistance you can write as IR, no? Sigma IR is equal to 0. That is Kirchhoff's voltage law. In a loop or in a mesh, this is what you call a complete loop, what you call a mesh or a loop. The total sum of all the potentials must be equal to 0. Algebraic sum of the potentials and product of resistance and currents is equal to 0. That is Kirchhoff's voltage law. And to apply here Kirchhoff's voltage law, first you have to know sign conventions. Suppose if this is a resistor, here we have two directions. One is how current is flowing in the circuit. Other one, how we are moving to apply this Kirchhoff's voltage law. Here we are applying, to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law, we are going like this in clockwise, you can think. So two directions are there. One is how current is flowing in the circuit. Other one, how we are moving in the loop. Suppose current flowing in the circuit is like this, and we also move in the same direction, and here resistance is R and current flowing is I, then what do you say? Minus IR you have to take. Potential is IR, but what you have to take, plus IR or minus IR, that depend upon the direction. Current flowing and our direction, both are same direction, and when you are moving in the direction of the current flow, then you have to take minus IR. Suppose in second case, and current flowing like this, but we are moving in this direction, then here we have to take plus IR for resistor. And other one about cell we can take. If cell is like this, long terminal is positive and short terminal is negative. When you are moving like this, when you are moving in this direction, first you are facing positive here. Whenever first positive terminal comes, or first you are facing positive, there you have to take minus EMF. So potential here they represent with E, that is first you are facing positive terminal, means you have to take here minus. Suppose in the same case, first short terminal, that is negative terminal facing, and when you are moving like this, negative terminal facing means then you have to take plus EMF you have to take here. These are sign conventions for Kirchhoff's voltage law. Now using these conventions, sign conventions, how to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law for this circuit, that we'll see now. First, you can start any particular point. Suppose you can start here and at a particular point O. Then when you are moving like this, you see, and we are moving like this, and current also flows in the same direction. When both are in the same direction, you have to take minus IR. Here what is the current? I1. What is the resistance? R1. So you have to take minus I1 R1. This over. Next, here we are moving like this. Here when we are going like this, first which plate we are facing? That is negative phase, negative plate. Negative plate means what you can take here, negative plate. When you are moving like this, first you are facing negative plate, you have to take a plus E. So that's why plus what is the EMF value here? E2. That's why E2 you can take. And after that, here this over. Now this, when you are moving like this, current also flowing in the same direction. We are moving like this, so current also flowing in the same direction. That's why I can take minus I2 R2. And what after that, this R3 resistance. When you are moving like this, current is flowing opposite direction. That's why you can take I3 R3. So this all over, this I3 R3 also over. Now this battery is there. When you are moving like this, first what you are getting, like this we are moving, then negative of the battery facing. That's why plus E1 you have to take, that is equal to 0. Like this we can write the equation. Some of the potentials either maybe due to battery sources we get, or maybe due to resistors we get potential. Sum of all the potential must be equal to 0. How to take sign conventions? Using this. Same direction, take minus. Opposite direction, plus. And when you are going, first you are facing first battery positive, take minus. And first you are facing battery negative, take plus. Using these rules, you can apply Kirchhoff's voltage law.